From winning a game by escaping the map to switching positions with enemies, these are 24 genius Brawl Stars tips you need to know. Do you want free max rank on your brawler? Well, all you need are your friends and the perfect trio, Colt, Gale, and Sam. As soon as the enemy team leaves their spawn, Gale places his jump pad, launching all three of you toward the ball. Once you land, Colt breaks the wall in front of the goal, and Sam uses his super to shoot the ball straight in. It's basically a cheat code. Speaking of Brawl Ball, when playing Chuck, make sure you place all your poles before it hits overtime. Then, when you get your super, shoot the ball from midfield and use Chuck's gadget to instantly refill your super and drive yourself straight to the goal. And now you're basically playing Rocket League. Invisibility used to be just for Leon, but now everybody has it. Okay, not really, but you can make the ultimate invisibility trio by selecting Juju, Kit, and Lily. In Knockout, activate their invisibility gadgets at the same time. Then rush to the middle while enemies think you're still at the spawn and reappear right in front of them. This is totally going to catch them off guard and probably cause a heart attack. I made all my enemies quit Brawl Stars with this strategy. To pull this off, you'll need Brock, Willow, and Gale. First, get 1 or 2 kills. Then use Brock's super, but cancel it right after the first rocket launches using his jump gadget. Next, have Gale place his jump pad leading to the trap, and then to force the enemies onto it, use Gale's super to push and stun them, and also use Willow's mind control to guide them onto the pad against their will. And just like that, your enemies are trapped. Well, unless they find a way out. If you spot hard lane in game mode selection, just pick Shade and Barry for a free win. Shade can walk on water, go through walls, charge its super in proximity, deal damage through walls, and extend its range. Yeah, Supercell calls this balanced. But on this specific map, Shade is insanely overpowered, and pairing it with Barry, which heals Shade, takes things to another level. When the zone closes towards the middle and enemies hide behind walls and bushes, just damage them through the walls while Barry keeps you healing. Shade might be scary, but not as much as this ghost. This showdown combo might be on a blacklist. Okay, not really, but it's a total demolishing strategy. Shelly x Jean. To pull this off, both Shelly's and Jean's supers need to be charged. Jean pulls an enemy close, and Shelly obliterates them on the spot. Bonus tip, if Jean uses his hypercharge, he can pull in even more enemies for Shelly to clean up with ease. Supercell obviously forgot their maps when they made Shade. In Gem Grab, there's a map called Snowman Forest, which is literally an island surrounded by water. Now you might ask, but Balootic, I don't see anything weird here. Well, congrats. You should probably work at Supercell. The thing is, Shade can grab all the gems, phase through walls, and just hang out on the water until the match ends, making it absolutely impossible for the other team to come back. Honestly, I think Shade needs a buff. Here's a pro tip to become a world-class El Primo player. If you see Tick's bomb heading your way, just use El Primo's throw gadget to toss a bomb straight at your teammates instead and obliterate them. That way, you'll stay alive because, let's be real, El Primo is the most important player. My hero. This next hiding strategy guarantees an easy, cheesy win in wipeout mode, with no effort. It's similar to the trapping enemies trick, but this time, you're trapping yourself. Here's how it works. You'll need Gale, Jackie, and Colt. First, as Colt takes down enemies to get up points, he'll use his wall-breaking gadget to destroy a corner. Then, Jackie repairs the walls, leaving just one tile open. Finally, Gale places his jump pad, and you all hop into the spot together. Enemies will totally be frustrated trying to reach you, but all they can do is watch as they lose. Did you know you can stay in the zone until it wipes out enemies? While the old Miko and Charlie strategy might have been patched, there's a new Nani x Charlie strategy. Spoiler alert, you have to pass the Nani driving test. However, here's how it's done. As the zone is about halfway across the map, Charlie gets eliminated in the zone while Nani charges her super. Then, exactly 6 seconds before Charlie respawns, Nani goes into the zone and also gets eliminated. If timed perfectly, Charlie should respawn and activate her gadget that puts her in a protective web, which heals her over time. Once Nani is back, she uses her super with the star power that grants 80% damage reduction right after her immunity shield wears off. Finally, Charlie respawns again and uses her gadget, staying in the zone until the enemies are completely wiped out. But speaking of Nani, here's a pro tip to dodge her super. When Nani launches Peep to chase you, simply start turning to the side so Peep follows in that direction. Keep moving in circles and you'll confuse it completely. Peep's turning speed just can't keep up. Who would have guessed dodging it could be that easy? Most players don't realize that Willow can do this. In Showdown, if you're the last one standing against another player, you can just use Willow's mind control super to take control of your enemy and move them deep into the poison zone. They'll be completely helpless and ultimately trolled. Mandy might be completely broken with this strategy. Her super can fire almost across the entire map, so all you have to do is call a friend to scout the enemy locations. Also, make sure to position yourself in the center of the map. Using a clock system, your friend can call out enemy positions through through voice chat, and you can aim and fire your super at those spots. If you get it right, you can wipe out every enemy without even seeing them. You can win heist with Chuck only. All you need to do is strategically place his pulls around the map, leading straight to the enemy safe. Then, use his super to zip back and forth, attacking their safe while defending your own. Even if they manage to take you down, just pop your super and boom, you're back at their safe, ready to attack again. If you're playing Gray and you are facing an enemy in a better position, try the pull and teleport move. Use Gray's pull gadget and his super at the same time, and you'll teleport while pulling the enemy into the spot you just left, completely switching positions. This trick is super handy in Showdown, as you can pull the enemy straight into the poison zone. Come over here! Did you know you could trap enemies inside unbreakable walls? Back during the Angels vs Demons update, Gene players had a hilarious trick where he could use his super to pull enemies into a breakable tile surrounded by unbreakable walls. Once they were stuck, there was no escape. All you had to do was position yourself near that structure and time your pull just right. While this bug isn't around anymore, if Supercell messed up once, they might do it again. So keep this strategy just in case. Did you know Ash can score free bounty points for his team? To do this, equip his gadget that exchanges health for rage. If you're up against RT in a bounty match and he pings you, activate the gadget to effectively eliminate yourself. But here's the twist. RT doesn't get the bounty points for your death. Instead, your team gets them. Who would have thought self-destructing could actually help you win a match? If you see a map full of bushes and want to dominate, pick Bo with his circling eagle star power. This ability lets you and your teammates see a wider radius inside bushes, giving you a huge advantage. With this, sneaky enemies like Edgar won't catch you off guard anymore. Back to the lobby! Here's a pro tip every player should know. Don't hold on to your gadgets and supers for too long. In most cases, waiting for the perfect moment means you might never use them effectively, or even worse, you might just get eliminated before you have the chance. However, if this is you, remember that supers can be recharged and gadgets come with at least 3 charges, so try to use them wisely, but don't hesitate. You're better off taking the shot than missing your chance entirely. Here's a strategy that might seem toxic, but is actually genius in Brawl Ball. When the enemy team gets completely wiped and you have a free shot at the goal, don't rush to score. If it's your first goal, spinning and delaying it takes precious time away from the enemy team in the next round, making it harder for them to do a comeback. If you're playing Tick or Nita and you charge your super, you've probably thought the best way to use it is to throw it directly at the enemy. But that's actually wrong. The best way to use your super is by spawning it near you. That's because when spawnables appear, there's a slight delay before they can move or attack. So spawning them closer to the enemy actually makes them much faster to charge in and attack. Your team should take care of super management. This strategy involves managing your teammates' supers to maximize efficiency. For example, if your super is already charged, leave enemies for teammates who still need to charge theirs. Also, be careful not to take unnecessary damage, as that could charge the enemy's super and give a chance to completely demolish your team. Did you know players on the lower portion of the map have a slight advantage? Yup, that's because Brawl Stars' game perspective is slightly tilted towards the upper portion of the map, meaning you'll have an easier time playing against enemies above you. Also, did you know you can actually tell if the enemy has reloaded their ammo? All you have to do is spot certain brawler animations. For example, Tick turns his key once after reloading, Gene touches his lamp, and Sandy bobs his head. Some brawlers don't have these animations, and some even have them removed. For example, Mortis had his lamp light up if his dash bar was full. However, Supercell thought that was somehow unfair for Mortis. There you have it, 200 IQ Brawl Stars tips. But if you want to learn 50 insane tips and see me test them out, check out this video on my new second channel.